Welcome to the second training video on Mordor 3. The first was cut off at 10 minutes, so we're going to keep these limited here. I moved around a little bit here to go over to the temple. And the temple is an area where you can use the souls that you gain, and you'll gain these from the very beginning of the game. Everybody contributes all their souls together to this to gain community boosts. So there's things here like increasing overall gold, reducing the death penalty, increasing the chance of spawning bosses, and this will be filled up with a lot more as well as we go. So you'll see that that's the orange bar in the fight here, or excuse me, that's the purple bar right down here at the bottom. So every time you gain 50 of these, you'll complete a soul, and that'll be one more in your inventory. And you can view those in the profile. So right when you start, you can see down here at the bottom a lot of the temple boosts, and kind of see what the chance of spawning a boss is, that there's a 6% EXP and gold boost whenever they're killed. You get 8 extra gold per kill right now, and then death penalties and things like that. So I'd also left off the first tutorial on doing a quest, which I'm going to finish up here and kind of show you some of the bonuses. And the bosses are kind of hidden. There's one on this map, and you just kind of have to go around and see or ask some players where they're located. They spawn randomly only by killing mobs in that specific area, so they're meant to be as a group. You can stop combat in there to wait for others to join in. Everybody will take damage on the boss every round. So they're meant to be just kind of a group battle. And after one is killed, as long as you're alive, you'll receive the boosts. If you did not participate in that combat at all, you'll still receive a buff that'll give you a 30% boost to your stats for a few kills. And this quest is going to do that as well. The quest one lasts a lot longer, though, than what it would be if someone just kills a boss. And you will also get those even when you're not online. So you may want to stop in, use all your extra buff kills. They're limited to about 128 rounds that you can have, or 128 kills. So from here you start to see some more of the classic RPG elements that are in kind of the old wizardry, might and magic type of games as we get a little bit further in here. And again, there are extra things on this map like champion mobs and stuff, but I'm going to skip over those, and I don't really want to show all of them. It's something for players to kind of find. So on the bottom here, this is a little quest thing. I got an item to be able to go south of here, but before I do that, I'm just going to show you a couple quick maps up above. So that door up here is locked, so the way to open that up is through this room here. So we have the classic lever. And here, these are getting into a little bit higher area, so it's going to take a couple more combat rounds. And this lever is also on a timer, so you have approximately 10 minutes. For this one, it should be plenty of time, but that door will keep locking after you undo it for 10 minutes. There was a little buff that came up here too. There are skills in the game which automatically show up here. It'll show that you use an ice bolt and you get extra damage for that. And back in the training hall, you can train those for gold to increase their power quite a bit. And then you'll also see ones that randomly go across the top. They're ones that sometimes give you a little boost in damage, evasion, things like that, just for that specific round. And those can also be leveled. They won't happen necessarily more frequently that way, but they will be more powerful. There's also a boost that's over in the Emporium, which will reduce the amount of turns that it takes in order to use the skills. They're random based, but you can lower them down to a 1 in 20 chance. And the skills really do a lot of damage, so that really is one of the powerful skills. And see, here's like one with the burn. I'm going to move this up a little bit and see. Kind of missed it there, but it had a little bit of burn damage that continues on the next combat rounds. And I was going to show you an area that's north of here that has a bunch of teleports and starts to become more of a true maze, but just for speed and how slow it is to kill some of the higher mobs, I'm going to not go too much further here. I'm going to continue back south, which was one of the quests that I wanted to show you. So like here in the blue there was the extra use of skill. The pet on here doesn't have any penalties for dying, but if it does die in combat, it will not gain any EXP. So you want to kind of make sure you're hunting at a level that's appropriate for your pet, so you don't just keep losing EXP on it. When you level up here, you'll see level pet. I'm going to go ahead and level that one after this combat. You see these are the stats that it gained from that level. Okay, and here's one of the examples of the black diamonds. This NPC shows up once in a while. You can buy them for 30k. It's definitely worth keeping enough gold to be able to do that. And here's one of the quest events that randomly appears. So this was already started as well. I found him again. I had killed 100 mobs, so he gave me a reward. A lot of these rewards are also scaled to your level. So there's a set boost that you get for doing this, and then an extra amount according to your level. So from here, once I step into this, it's teleporting me out, but I've gained a buff that's going to do a lot. For these, we kill them so fast anyways, it doesn't really matter. But that boost that's up there, when you see that, that's what you'll get when somebody kills a boss. And it gives you a large boost. So I'm going to check this again here for EXP as I get over these events. This one's just one straight out exchange gold for EXP. So there's nothing here yet, so these are on timers and that's just not ready. But it is something you want to check back on once in a while just to see if it's there. So I'm just going to show you a quick area down here below in the south area. This is the first map that you have with battles on it and events. So it's kind of the old school classic where if you move around, you're going to die a few times figuring out what things are, where things are at. So once you go down here, even though this is only one map away, it's a lot more powerful than the map that's here. What you should be doing is going to the west and then up north to those areas before you start going around this area. There are also hidden things on this map as well, so make sure throughout the whole game you kind of keep an eye on that stuff and find extra things. So that's pretty much it. I'm just going to show you real quick one of the auto things here. Now this combat area is not, it's kind of a medium pace right now. I can kill stuff above this. But if you want to just farm this area, just turn autos on, use it just like the other auto-based games. Do search. You'll mostly find combat doing that. You'll get a lot more reward moving around the map. But if you want, you can just let this go, run out all your autos, and just click search again. So if you're using it on a phone, it's a lot easier to do if you just like that play style. So that's it. If you have any questions, just log in. There's several people available to answer a lot of the basic questions for you, but this should cover most of the basic things. So go ahead and log in. It's mordor3.com, and come on over.